guys. Oh, I forgot my ears. Ah, that was unnecessarily close. Hi, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Kinds of mess right now. All right. I'm so I do not have my shit together apparently. Okay. There we go. Can you guys hear me? You can hear me? If you can hear me, give me a sign. Give me a thumbs up. Give me something. Yes? Can you guys hear me? Love the podcast. Thank you. Good. Thumbs up. Thank you, Cassie Coy. Lee Mickey. Okay, Lammy Pie. Excellent. Thank you guys. Hi. So, how about the big news that came out today? Finally, some news about this cast. The Mike and Natalie spotting. So we had the first Mike spotting at the airport, and then we had the spotting at Pike's Place Market. Excuse me. My sparkling water. So Mike is here. Natalie's here. Mike of the Aliens. My water's overflowing. In Seattle. Natalie is here. There's pictures. Look on my page. The pictures are there. Those were from tonight. Hi, Shawnee. Shawnee wrote that article. So I still have this thing. This is the zip was here last week, you guys, and it's still here. But these are cleared up. Do you guys remember all these were all gross and I kept scratching at them? Those are all cleared up. So that's good. One thing at a time, I guess, right? So this was a surprise because we had intel that we knew she wasn't at the tell-all, right? And we knew that come here, baby. Lunchbox is here. We knew she wasn't at the tell-all. We knew that that they were maybe having issues. We weren't sure if they were together or not, and they may have broken up and got back together and all this stuff because we had information that they might have been not together. Okay, lunchbox. And so we didn't know. So to have this sighting of them together and the photographer, the person who took that picture of them, and in Pike's Place Market confirmed it was 100% Mike and Natalie. They're a 90-day fan. They knew exactly who they were looking at. So Mike and Natalie, Shebs, we're talking about how we had the Mike and Natalie spotting. My dog is huge. Yes, he is. This is Lunchbox. He is 7 months old. I took him to the vet the other day to get him weighed. So, Stacy Ross, are you asking me who I am? I'm prodded by TLC. We do this every Friday night. We talk about the gossip of the week and Lunchbox, my dog. Lunchbox, I took him to the vet to get him weighed for his preventatives, like heartworm preventatives and stuff. He weighed 58 pounds. So, and he's 7 months old. He's huge. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, baby. Yeah. You say hi to the people? You say hi? You say hi to the people? Oh, yeah. Yeah. What kind of dog? He is a lab mix. We don't know what he's mixed with yet. Yeah, Trump retweeting Jesse. Yes. My good. Yes, I'm still selling merch. I didn't pull the store down because I don't know how to do it. So it is still up there. Christ almighty. I am a mess tonight. Okay. The snack pack is, I think, in with baby stepfraud's room. This is what I look like. Hi. Snack pack is in baby stepfraud's room. She went to sleep. She went to sleep with her tonight. Bills caller, yes. He's a Bills caller. I don't want to talk about Laura. Pierre, why do you do this to me? Every Friday night you ask me about her. Every Friday night. Why do you do that? Why? Why are you torturing me? Why are you terrorizing me with Laura? Thank you, Scorp. Oh, you guys are so sweet tonight. Not that you're not always sweet. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Laura. I'm not talking about Laura. Mike and Natalie. What else we have this week? Oh, let me pull up my list. So you guys listen to my podcast, right? The one the broadcast. And if you stay through the end credits, you'll hear the credit for our segment producer, iHeart Reality TV shows. She's there in the comments. She does there it is. She is our social media maven. She scours all of the cast social media stuff. So, and she puts it together for us. That puts it very simply, but what she actually does. So yeah, Mike and Natalie look to still be together there. And so I don't know anything about Tanya being pregnant. I've seen the rumors. I don't have any insider information on it. We're working on it. So let's see what else happened this week. Trump, our Lord and Savior, President Donald Trump, reposted Jesse's comment about the Democrats wanting to impeach Trump because they think it's the only way they'll beat him in the election. So now Jesse can add presidential advisor to his CV along with psychologist. We have a date for the tell-all, you guys. We actually have a date. Oh, here for drama? Really? You two? Don't hassle me tonight. I'm not here. The first comment either of you two make, I swear to God, I'm busting you out of here. I'm booting you. Either of you two, Pierre or Drama, are making anything. No. So, the season is finally winding down. The tell-all airs January 26th. Now, that can change. TLC can change that. They often do, but at least we have a date right now. 90 Days of Lies. So, yeah, tell all, January 26th. So we're winding down. So today's the 17th, which reminds me it's my dad's birthday. I need to call him. Let's see, what else we have? Michael and Juliana is posting about how wine tariffs hurt America. If anybody knows about that, I haven't been paying attention. I don't drink wine. I don't know anything about wine tariffs. Don't know. Juliana and Sarah are the best couple. Yeah, I was actually just getting to them. They're trending #1 on social media. Oh, Veronica! You guys, Veronica's here. Hi, I haven't talked to you in forever. Veronica and Tim from Pillow Talk. So Juliana and Sarah have been trending #1 on social media because of the scene that aired Sunday showing what good friends they are when they're high-fiving in the car. Which has been gifted and memed and stuff, which I think is awesome. Corey has been posting notices to his... Oh, I don't want to talk about them. Tanya posted a video to her story so that whole thing. So Tanya was talking about how she is a part of the Me Too movement, which quite frankly aren't 90% of us women in some form part of the Me Too movement. She talked about how she was molested when she was like 5, and then it turned into a whole thing. If you want to know more, Sarcasm recapped it all. Go to their site. It's way too much for me to recap, and quite frankly, I don't care enough about her fight with a blogger to go into it. Let's see. Okay, so TLC released a preview of Juliana in her wedding dress, saying she's not sure she can go through with the wedding. Michael's dressed in a tux. They alter her, and Cece is a flower girl. We know that they get married, so they got married October 17th, which happens to be my sobriety anniversary. So, so that's that. We just Mercel Marcel and Anna. We see the last, Sarah officiated. Marcel and Anna. So we know Marcel, we talked about this on the last podcast, that Anna and Marcel are still together. Yes, Tom has a girlfriend. And Marcel just celebrated his birthday, and there's a picture. We have it on my page. So this whole last TLC scene of like the tears and the tearful goodbye at the airport, and the 3 weeks on the couch saying goodbye through the translator and stuff. Whatever. We don't know. We know he doesn't get on a plane. So, and we know that because he can't leave the country and come back on the visa that he's here on. It's a one entry visa. So if he were to leave, they wouldn't come back. And we talked about that. The visa officer gave us information on that, and 1-800 dial a visa officer. So whatever stuff that TLC is doing, we know that it's whatever bullshit. So Hanakawa and I discussed this about whether or not the scene between Marcel and Anna is fake or not. We suspect it's somewhere in the middle. Like, it doesn't have to be fake for him. Like, just because he doesn't actually get on a plane doesn't mean they didn't really have this fight, right? So they could have still very well had this, and he, pretends to get on a plane or is going to get on a plane, but then doesn't. All we know is that he didn't get on that plane. So, anyway, Tom posted a picture of him with this blonde, who actually is really, really cute. That picture of her with her want to talk to the manager, Kate Gosselin haircut looks terrible. She's actually cute otherwise. So Tom posted a picture with him. Sister Betsy was on TV talking about STDs because she's like in public health epidemiologist. She's an expert in her field. A lot of 90 Day cast members, Instagrams were hacked this week, so don't click on any links that they send you. Blake's friend, this Everett guy, so on the show, Everett was like saying Natalie or Jasmine was not appreciative of his music and stuff like that. So he actually posted saying that he and his friends are all friends with Jasmine, and that whole scene was TLC scripted, which we could have told you before he confirmed it, but it's nice to have the confirmation. Let's see, what else? So I think that's it that's like sort of the roundup right now, as of now. You can thank iHeart Reality TV shows for doing all that, because she keeps track of all that. Maybe the calendar year is different in Turkey. Okay, why wouldn't Jasmine live with their sister? So my suspicion is it's all TLC, wants the drama of this living with his parents thing. But I haven't been able to get confirmation. I haven't been able to get what the actual true story is. Usually I get a lot more information and intel this season. There's just not a ton out there to be told. Like, even my sources inside production are like, yeah, I got nothing for you. They're like, sorry, nothing exciting. I got nothing for you. So, bad Botox and all. Speaking of Botox, I just got mine yesterday. Every 12 weeks I get it because of my migraines. Like, see these two spots? Those are two of the spots that I get it every 12 weeks. It's exactly the same spot, and those ones won't go away. So those are like my permanent Botox scars. I don't know. But it's nice. It's nice that it helps with the, it's for vanity reasons. I get it for my my migraines, but it's nice. Yeah, I have not had a traditional migraine since I started it. So, yeah, yesterday, I've been doing this for like a year and they don't bother me. But, yesterday they gave me a headache, like everything hurt, like, because, so the Botox for migraine protocol is 31 shots. I have a copay, but it's otherwise covered. Yeah. So check into it. Your doctor has to submit it to your insurance. I go through a pain management clinic and they know how to submit stuff. I've been under their care for a while. I do have other underlying issues. I have MS and I have an cervicogenic headache. What are you doing here, Hanakawa? You're supposed to be on a date night. Go away. You guys tell Hanakawa to go enjoy her date night. Sometimes, is that what that is? The Botox headache? So it hurt like all through here and all back around here. Like the whole, it wasn't a migraine. It was just this whole overall headache. So I'm sure they did tell me. I'm sign a release every time they do it. It's never happened to me before, but, I have really good medicine. So, for my cervicogenic headache. So I took that and I have my new headache halo, which I'm in love with. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the company, Cold Tech. It's for those of you guys who follow my personal page, you'll know, but, Cold Tech makes these like ice towels, right? So like they're like, it's like almost like dry ice, but they're huge in my MS circles because we get really hot and we can't tolerate the heat. So with these ice towels, we like wrap around our neck and things like that. Well, they just made this thing called a headache halo, and it actually just came in the mail yesterday. And it's this thing that wraps around your head, and it's really soft and comfortable. And you put the ice packs in there, and it has them on the back and the front. And I threw that thing on and put it over my eyes and just like went to sleep. So, it was fantastic. I love that thing. This is not an advertisement. I don't get any money from them. The headache halo, it is really amazing. The company is getting me a promo code to use that I can share with you guys. And the thing about this, again, it's not an ad. I don't get any kickbacks from it. I'm not getting, like, I paid for my headache halo. They didn't even give me a free one or anything. Like, I paid the $20 for it. It's just amazing. They're changing their website. The only reason why they didn't give me the code yesterday is they're changing their website, but they're going to give me a code. It'll be a discount code for you guys, so I can share with you guys. The thing's amazing. Watch for it. I will, absolutely. I'll put it out there. And again, I want to make it absolutely clear. It's not an advertisement. Instagram has very with an eye mask anyway, so it served double duty because it's thick enough. I'll post a picture of me wearing it. You can see what it looks like. I posted it on my personal page. It's Cold Tech. I will post all the information and you guys can have it. And let's see. Yeah, so I posted this episode. Sorry, my brain's not completely working. This episode on my sobriety. We've talked about it on many of my lives, probably most in depth on the New Year's Eve live, but people have messaged me and want to talk about it, so I thought I would put it out there. It's out there. It's probably as much of my story as I've put out publicly outside the rooms of AA. So if you guys want to check it out, if you have addiction in your life, whether it's you or somebody you love, I would recommend you listen to it. People have messaged me saying that helps them understand the alcoholic in their life, and that is fantastic. So I'm really glad that it's been helpful for that. I've been asked repeatedly to put out an episode about my multiple sclerosis. And that actually is going to come out this weekend. I did an interview for another podcast. It's called The Patient Will See You Now. And he is actually, I think I talked about it last week, he's a junior doctor out of Scotland. And that will be published, he said like Sunday morning our time. So tomorrow night, something like that. It was really good. He's a fantastic interviewer. It was really fun to talk to. So we talked in depth about my MS stuff. So that will come out this weekend. As soon as it's published, I will put that out and let you guys know. And you guys can, hopefully that will help answer your questions that you have for me about my MS. But then the sobriety one is out there too. So, and you guys can share that with as many people as you want. It's out there. It's in the public. Feel free to share it. The Mary Payne podcast. Yes. So my other interview, I did that interview early December. So that interview was done early December. So the information was a little bit outdated, but that was a fun interview to do. The Mary Payne one, you guys, I had the link for it. Go to Pain in the Pod and listen to that interview because it was really fun as well. Yeah, so lots of me this week. And our Patreon started this week. So for those of you guys who are members of our Patreon, you got to hear our first episode talking about Love After Lockup, Married at First Sight, and Hot and Heavy. So that's out there. Yay. Thank you. The Mary Payne she lives near me, and we're good friends. So it's always fun to go over there and record with her. So we're going to have her on as like a guest host as well at some point. Hi. I don't know what happened with poor and Granny going to the cadet dance. I don't know. I don't know. I saw the article. I don't know what happened with it. Thank you. Sure. I mean, I don't have a ton of content right now. I'm doing some researching for Love After Lockup. We're not looking into them as deeply as we look into 90 Day, but to be honest, since 90 Day is so boring right now with tea and everything else, it frees us up to go look at stuff. We're digging into Married at First Sight because there's a ton of stuff for that. Not as much. I'm not looking into Love After Lockup as much, but I can. Yes, Nicole's dad was arrested. Who covers Sister Wives? I don't know. She was making an announcement on her OnlyFans about the dance. Yeah, so we are looking into Hot and Heavy. We're looking into Married at First Sight. We're looking into Love After Lockup. And we'll share what we get. Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff on Married at First Sight. Brandon and Taylor is a mess. Clint and his goddess. I haven't talked to Tracy in a while. I don't know. Like, she talks to me when she's clean. She doesn't talk to me as much when she's using. So, I don't know. Like, I reach out to her on a regular basis, just to, one addict to another, and she doesn't. She sometimes responds, sometimes doesn't. So, yeah. So I don't know. I just reached out the other day just to say hi, and she saw it, but I haven't heard back. LOLAL is Love After Lockup. I think David's daughter has always liked Andy. I think that was producer fraud. Goddess, yeah. She's her goddess. She's his goddess. Okay, so what I can tell you about that, because I know from my own personal experience. So what Tracy was wearing on Love After Lockup tonight, those things are called, I forget what they call them. There's all kinds of names for them, like internal names, but then the actual names. But the point of it, they're these smocks that they give for suicidal people on suicide watch. Yeah, suicide vests. They're out of a material that you can't tear or rip, so you can't, like, if you're in like the regular like scrubs or whatever, like you can tear those and use that to, like, you know, as a noose or whatever. There's things you can do with that material that you can hurt yourself. The vest dress thing that she was wearing, it's made out of such a material that you can't do that, so you can't hurt yourself. It's not a straight jacket. There's no arms on it. It's just it's a dress. I'll have to look it up what they're called. But I watch a lot of prison shows and they talk about them on there too. Like MSNBC Lockup. It's not on anymore. Yeah, we were talking about Tracy. Yeah, nothing to do with an eating disorder. I don't know why. I mean, she could have an eating disorder as well. It's very likely. It's not, I mean, it's super, super common for women with addiction issues also to have disordered eating issues, but the vest is not for that. I have not seen this season of 60 Days In. I have watched the past seasons. They call them suicide vests, but they put them on, whether she's actually suicidal or not. You know, they may have a hair trigger as far as when they decide to use those and deploy those. If when she came in, she was like crazy all over the place because of her, like because of the drugs or because of her actions or something, they may, you know, put her in that for her own safety. So Tracy on Love After Lockup. So they may have just put her in it for her own safety. If she's freaking out and yelling and screaming and stuff, which is completely common, especially if she came in high, especially if she's withdrawing from meth, things like that. There's a lot of reasons they will put the suicide vest on you that don't necessarily mean you're actually contemplating suicide. So, yeah. But that's what that vest is. It's to prevent self-harm. So, yeah. Yeah, they may put her on her if she's acting irrationally. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons for it. So what's been going on with you guys? Hi. If you guys have joined the Patreon, check your email for the invite code to the Discord, to the Discord server, and get active over there so we can have our live Discord chats. That's fun. Hetero Lifemate is in it too, so you can go in and make fun of him for playing Madden 24/7. It's basically like a thunder blanket, kind of. Who does like Tanya? Okay, so how many seasons is Love After Lockup? Love After Lockup is technically in its second season, but it's like episode 45. You're feeling great, Ingrid. Okay, good. I'm glad. So yeah, Love After Lockup is the season 2 episode like 43 is what was on tonight. Life After Lockup, Love After Lockup. There's a lot, yeah. So. There you go. He doesn't want to be on. He's like, no paparazzi, Mom. We don't have the hamster anymore. The hamster died. She wants to get a guinea pig next. So, but yeah, I've got the cats that are under the bed right now and the other dog. There. You say hi? You say hi, Tony? Hello, baby. Yeah, little baby. Oh, he's so big. Guinea pigs are a lot more work than a hamster. Oh, I wish that were the case too, of sitting on a couch watching. That would be so much fun. She lives in Arizona and I live in DC, so no. get to, though. They get very depressed if you only... Oh, great. So that's what I need, is just more freaking animals in this house. Well, we got 2 hamsters. When we got the hamsters the first time, we got 2, and we lost them both to a hamster homicide situation. It wasn't pretty. So, maybe one day when we pay off all the podcast expenses, we'll be able to fly to see each other, and we can do a live episode together. I have no idea if there's a Discord between bloggers. I've never been part of one, so I don't know anything about it. Hedgehogs? I don't want a hedgehog. What? They needed the vest. No, it was a homicide situation. They got killed. Well, I guess it was more manslaughter because there was no intent to kill. Oh, you guys are sweet. Well, what we would like to do is launch, when we get a certain number of patrons on Patreon, we'll launch additional content, which could include video watch along, like Pillow Talk versions. Like where maybe we would each film each other. And, what? How do I have St. John on speed dial? What? January 26th is the tell-all, from what I understand. A possum? God, what kind of, it's already a zoo here. What kinds of animals are you guys trying to get me to have? Oh, somebody just pledged. Yay! Our goal is 500 right now. It's a pretty lofty goal. We, Hetero Life Mate and I wanted to do like a Pillow Talk a video watch along as well. So if we have enough people where, we can support doing it, we'll do it. Where like Hetero Life Mate and I will sit and watch, and it'll be a video of our commentary and him watching, which he's never seen. Oh. I always think the tell-all is filmed too early, but thank you. Yeah, I think so. I think he did a really good job interviewing me for the alcoholism show. I don't know anything about Molly's brother, no. We don't know that Tanya's pregnant. I cannot confirm that Tanya's pregnant, no. I have no information one way or the other about it. I heard the rumors today. I haven't heard anything confirming or denying it at this point. Before the 90 days is coming soon. I don't know where Avery is right now. I don't know. I do watch Married at First Sight. It is on, we're reviewing it for the Patreon. Yeah. So, I don't love me some St. John. That dude is screwed up. If he's choosing voluntarily to be with that woman, then St. John's got to screw loose too. February 23rd, that's when, before the 90 days is back, 90 Day Fiance Muse would know that, so I would listen to her. She knows that. I don't keep track of dates very well. Yes, Hot and Heavy is one of the shows we review on our Patreon. So come join. Drop $3 for a month and come listen to us talk about it there. So, I'm so tired of Laura. No, I don't want to see more of Laura. Oh, lovely. Yeah. Before the 90 days, so Muse was saying it was February 23rd. But if the tell-all is January 26th, the TLC doesn't usually have a break between the shows. So, I don't know. Yeah, they don't usually. So I don't know if maybe the tell-all's... Oh, it's probably a 2-part tell-all. And then something else probably. Thank you. Yeah, 3 weeks is a long time off. I don't know that would be the case. I feel like they're telling us January 26th, but it won't be. Yeah, it'll be a 2-part tell-all, and then they probably won't have it on the 26th. It'll probably be later. Just landed. Yeah, I mean, that was something I watched like on the treadmill. I just put it on the iPad on the front, like on the treadmill, and watched it while I was there. Darcy being on another one. I don't know. Could be interesting. I think it's stupid because she's clearly not really in this relationship with Tom, you know? So it's the fake relationship. It's not necessarily the person being on it repeatedly that I dislike. It's the fake relationships. It's the constantly try to push this fake narrative that I dislike. That's why I do what I do. Is trying to expose the fraud, right? Yeah. So we already know the relationship with Tom is fake. So this whole like pretend if they're actually going to break up or whatever it is, that's what I don't like. I'm not against having them on repeated seasons if it's a legitimate relationship, but first cousins, no. I haven't seen him post anything about the Organo Gold coffee. Lots of fraud at Married at First Sight, yeah. We did talk about it on the Patreon, and I'm like not like intending for this to be like a huge Patreon commercial, but we do talk about Married at First Sight, and we'll continue for the season. Married at First Sight, Hot and Heavy, and Love After Lockup will be covered on our Patreon. So if you want us and our deeper discussions about it and our armchair psychology about it and our fraud, then you can drop your $3. Do my lawyer friends listen to my podcast? Yeah, actually they do. Some of my coworkers listen. Yeah, I have a coworker who's across the hall from me, and she'll come in. She's like, she told me the other day that she's behind. She hasn't caught up listening to me. I'm like, you don't need to. It's fine. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm tired. Somebody asked something else. Married at First Sight is not on TLC, it's on Lifetime. Jesse and Trump. Ugh. Jesse's going to have in his bio now that he's like a U.S. presidential advisor. So the Married at First Sight this season is in D.C. area. I say D.C.-ish, and it's where I live. So I have a problem with you can hear all of my thoughts on their DC stuff. The thing about it is because they're not all in DC proper, and the thing about dating in DC is that people inside of DC don't date outside of DC, and people outside of DC like don't date inside. Like you don't, if you're inside the Beltway, you're not going to date outside the Beltway. So that right there is going to be a deal breaker. And you'll hear me talk about that on Patreon. Again, I don't mean this for to be like a Patreon commercial, but God, my cleavage is like, hi, let's make an appearance here. Yeah, Jesse posted on his bio, retweeted by POTUS. Like, yeah, well, 90 Day Lies, you're in here. You got retweeted by POTUS, didn't you? So you need to put that on your bio now. She made a meme that got retweeted. Yeah. Even with the dating apps now? Yeah, especially with the dating apps. Like when I was dating, in this area, I wouldn't date, like I was living inside the Beltway, but I didn't like, oh, you live in like Bethesda? Fuck that. I'm not going up there. I'm down in Alexandria? Fuck that. I'm on the bottom side. Patreon is where you can get additional content of us. It's like additional podcasts that you pay for. But it's cheap. Because, we're cheap. Me and Hanakawa, we're cheap like your mama. All right, well, it's almost 11. We got 10 minutes, so not a lot going on. What's my favorite couple from any season? Oh, you guys ask me this all the time. I like Kyle and Noon. Cheap, just not easy. Oh, we're cheap and easy. Yeah. You sent a DM for tonight, Lisa. Did you? What was your question? I'm sorry. Go to that link I just sent. I just said it. It's a link in my bio. But there's also yawns are contagious. I know. Sorry, you guys. I didn't take my afternoon stay awake medicine. So I have medication that I take in the morning and midday, and I didn't take it during midday today. So it talks. So there you go. It makes me. So I'll be going to sleep shortly after this. Yeah, she did have her second baby. Yeah, Alexandra. Who's from your city? Alexandra? I'm so sorry, you guys. My eyes are starting to water, too. See? Okay, yeah. Clearly time for me to go to bed. My eyes are all watery now, too. We talk about all the reasons why we think Michael might have been denied. It was on episode 12 of the broadcast, where we had the visa officer on. Oh. You want to mix up the couples. That's what that was? Okay. Robert and Annie got married, yes. Annie is still here in the United States. I don't know, that's a lot of work. But they do that on Reddit a lot. They mix up the couples. They do those games on Reddit. You might want to check it out there because they do that there. I'm not talking about, oh my God, thank you. The first baby being allegedly biracial. Like, guys, that's like so, like 5 years ago. Who would I do? Nobody. Anybody that signs up for this show has an intelligence issue and that makes me question all of their life choices, which means I would not have anything to do with any of them. But they do those mixing up the couples a lot on Reddit. Oh my God, you guys. Okay. You should have asked me in my last week I did and Ask Me Anything. You should have done a fuck, marry, kill. And give me the names of people and I'll have to answer it. So next time I do an Ask Me Anything, send me a fuck, marry, kill and give me the names and I'll answer that for you. Yeah. And this one's snoring. Can you hear him? He's snoring. Yeah, the doggy snoring. All right, you guys. Well, it's about 11 o'clock. Yeah, he really is the sweetest. Oh, look at him now. He put his little paws in front of his face. Oh, your paws. Big old paws. Okay. Well, I think that's it, you guys. There's not a lot. Thanks for tuning in. Um, yeah. If you want to hear the Patreon, you can go join that. We have the, I have swag bags. I have about 10, 15 left that have the, pop sockets left. So if you want a pop socket, get in on those, swag bags. That's $30, includes priority shipping. There's a link in my bio if you want that. There's pictures out there, for if you want the swag bags. And yeah, I have this other interview coming out on my MS. If you haven't heard the interview on Mary Payne in the Pod, go listen to that. It's fantastic. She does a lot of great interviews, so she's just a good podcast to listen to. You guys are awesome. I love talking to you. I love seeing you guys every Friday. Thank you for tuning in. We'll talk. Bye.